So if you tell me it's a G, then you're going to get $1,000. If whatever it is,
it's a G.
I didn't ever make him produce receipts to me. Whatever he told me it was, I gave him his money back.
Yeah, you heard her, right? She don't do her friends like that.
They don't do her
whatever you tell me what it is, like you say it's a G, I'm going to give you a G. Like, I don't understand.
Wait a minute, Candace. Hold up. Candace got that down a little too good. You know, Candace Owens is a divisive figure, but every once in a while, she's hilarious. Every once in a while, she gets it right. Candace's video is called "Stop Everything. Fani Willis is a Ghetto Superstar." I wonder where this one's going.
Catch it. Well, another case that Trump has been going through, and of course you are aware of it because it produced what is arguably the most famous mugshot of all time, is happening down in Fulton County. Yes, he was indicted by a district attorney named Fani Willis. Now, of course, you might recall that the mugshot kind of backfired for Dems. In fact, there is corruption down in Fulton County. And maybe at the time you didn't believe that man, but now you most certainly will. Maybe you didn't believe me a couple of weeks ago when I said DEI policies are harmful because obviously what's going to happen is to fulfill certain quotas to make sure that we look good and people look like they're all different. Yeah, we were going to suspend intelligence. We were going to be willing to suspend actually hiring people that are better qualified for jobs.
I will say this whole DEI argument is ridiculous. There's no proof that these people are better qualified for jobs, just that they're not in these diversity groups. That's it. So I always thought it was weird that people say, oh, well, these people are more qualified and they're not getting the opportunity. And I'm like, that isn't necessarily the case. These people have the qualifications and then they're part of a underrepresented group. But don't let me get started.
And I now feel certain that the biggest argument against DEI is Fani Willis. Yep, the district attorney who indicted Donald Trump down in Fulton for
there
what?
She is.
Well, I'll jog your memory. They were saying that Trump and his allies attempted to reverse Fulton County's election results fraudulently. They were saying corruption. Our county would never do anything that is corrupt or illegal. Everything is top tier down here. We don't do that. Well, when Fani Willis indicted Trump, she decided to hire a man named Nathan Wade to be the special prosecutor. So his job was to help with Trump's prosecution. Okay, no big deal. But just one day after, Nathan Wade, rather mysteriously, filed from divorce from his wife.
Wow.
And he also filed to have all of the records sealed in that divorce case.
That is a very strange series of events. Like, why are you filing for divorce right after this? You've been waiting since 2015 in his story, in his estimation, that he's been mentally divorced from his wife since 2015. Why wait until right now when you're about to deal with Fani's case?
He also filed to have all of the records sealed in that divorce case. Now, that just seems a little weird. Maybe it's nothing, or maybe it's everything. Wade, in the meantime, billed Fulton County over $650,000 for his work on the Trump case over these past 2 years.
That's a lot of money.
So that's a lot of money. $650,000? Could that be corrupt? Yeah, turns out it was. After a while, it was revealed that that special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, had a very special relationship with Fani Willis. They were making sexy time with one another. And that's why she hired him on this case. That sounds pretty corrupt for me. And so now they're both facing a misconduct hearing because Nathan's wife is now talking, and she is alleging that the money that Fulton County was paying him, what a handsome amount of money, was actually being used to fund their trips around the world for their hanky-panky. Yeah, this is what they're doing. She's paying him. He's taking her around the world, and they're making sexy time. Yep, the state is also accusing her.
What's with all these trips around the world? When did all these women become so worldly that they got to have trips all over the place? Fani doesn't even, you'll see later, Fani doesn't even know where she went. She doesn't even really appreciate the countries that she went to because she didn't even learn where they were on the globe.
Hiring Wade to help prosecute Trump, despite the fact that Wade is not qualified or experienced in handling criminal matters. So again, that's just a special hire.
So, I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, as they like to call it on the conservative channels, because they have to have something to argue against. There's always critical race theory, CRT. They got to have a 3-letter acronym to argue against. DEI is the current one right now. But Nathan Wade isn't a beneficiary of DEI. Nathan Wade is a beneficiary of DICK. Nathan Wade is a different kind of beneficiary. He'll play a beneficiary. And I believe he put in some work on her. That's why he got that job.
Now, there are a lot of adjectives that I could use to describe this misconduct hearing. I would say it's ghetto, it's ratchet, it's fabulous in all the wrong ways. Basically, if VH1 watched this and did not immediately phone these two, Nathan Wade and Fani Willis, to cast them on Love and Hip Hop, it will be the biggest missed opportunity ever.
Could you see Fani Willis getting into it with Portia? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they qualify for Love and Hip Hop, Candace. I'm just going to put it out there. There's not enough hip hop going on. Even though there's not a lot of hip hop on Love and Hip Hop, but always somebody's trying to be like a rapper somewhere in the mix, So
let me just take you through some of these clips very quickly. First and foremost, Fani Willis, she speaks Ebonics. Here is...
She loves calling her Fanny. It's definitely Fani, as far as I know. Candace could not resist.
Her describing her reimbursement policy with Nathan Wade. It's a pretty fast and loose reimbursement policy. Take a listen.
And then he tells me how much it is, and I give him the money back. I don't, just like you're asking me about the money with Robin, I don't do my friends like that. So if you tell me it's a G, then you're going to get $1,000. Whatever it is,
it's a G.
I didn't ever make him produce receipts to me. Whatever he told me it was, I gave him his money back.
Yeah, you heard her, right? She don't do her friends like that.
They don't do her.
Whatever you tell me what it is, like you say it's a G, I'm going to give you a G. Like, I don't understand.
Wait a minute, Candace. Hold up. Candace got that down a little too good. What's going on, Candace? You speaking Ebonics? Speaking Ebonics. Who says that anymore? She's speaking Ebonics. Hey, but it is kind of odd for your district attorney to be out here talking about a G. A G, I ride with you for free. I want the long-term riches. Like she about to spit a verse. I gotta see Candace do that again. Candace is a skilled actress.
Money back.
Yeah, you heard her, right? She don't do her friends like that. Whatever you tell me what it is, like you say it's a G, I'm gonna give you a G. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. I'm just gonna give you a G. I got you. We friends. It's cool.
You got the shoulder move.
Further to that point, it's because Fani Willis, she don't need no man. Take a listen.
Oh, wait. She messed that up on purpose. She don't need no, doesn't need no. She don't need no, doesn't need no.
Like, I don't understand what the problem is. I'm just going to give you a G. I got you. We friends. It's cool. I listen to you. Further to that point, it's because Fani Willis, she don't need no man.
She don't no need no.
And did the forthcoming indictment have anything to do with that? Or was it just a coincidence?
Let's go.
Can we just say all this testimony was a mistake at this point? Like, come on, Fani. Like, this testimony is going to be picked apart for the rest of the time you're in office. Just know that. Just know that. This whole testimony was a mistake. It was a symptom of ego, like that she had to put herself on the stand. You didn't have to.
I want to have the conversation.
I've just asked you whether or not it was a coincidence.
Had absolutely nothing to do with this. It's interesting that we're here about this money. Mr. Wade is used to women that, as he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich.
Nathan Wade messed up on that one. Nathan Wade must have been listening to somebody online talk about making him a sandwich. Listen here, district attorney. You can't do nothing for me but make me a damn sandwich. I don't care if you district attorney of Fulton County, Gwinnett County, and DeKalb County. You about to make me a sandwich or you about to get the hell up out of here.
Interesting that we're here about this money. Mr. Wade is used to women that, as he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich. We would have brutal...
Why is this on the stand? Why is she talking about this? Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing.
Arguments about the fact that I am your equal. I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan.
Tell
a
him.
man is a companion. And so there was tension always in our relationship, which is why I would give him his money back. I don't need anybody to foot my bills. The only man who's ever foot my bills completely is my daddy.
Don't she sound like a scorned ex? Right? It obviously the relationship didn't work out, and I guess that's why they didn't get married. But ex-girlfriend from hell with a law degree.
Is there anything else you would like to add to that?
No.
Sure.
But I'm sure we'll talk about it further.
No, we're not going to talk about it further.
All right, no back and forth. Let's stay down. Next question.
Ooh, you heard her right. Ain't no man but her daddy.
But her daddy.
And she kind of does
Her
this, and you
daddy.
can tell that now her and Mr. Wade are not on great terms since this affair has been exposed. She regularly kind of insults him and says these sorts of things. But in a rather glorious flip, she admits that she has other options for men, but then she goes, oh, no, but I'm not going to, well, I don't know. I'll just let you guys listen.
I'm not gonna lie. Fani probably does have some options in dating. At 53 years old in Atlanta, Georgia, the DA basically, I'm pretty sure she could figure out how to get somebody to knock it down every once in a while. But see, that's the problem. You know, she doesn't really want just to get knocked down every once in a while. I'm sure at this age, she's at least trying to get something a little more meaningful than that. And see, that's the problem. That's where the problem comes in. It's options, but are they really options if they don't want to actually be with? This man, Nathan, would have probably been a great option for her, but she just had to hook him up. And see, this is a problem. Is this something that we're going to have to contend with when we have women in positions of authority? Because I know some players out here that they have the mentality that they can get with any woman that they see fit. And there's a man out here for every woman in their mind. Is that a weakness that we potentially have to look into? If we have our first female president, is there going to be a possibility that somebody be coming to the back door knocking and you give them $650,000, a nice job, a nice position? We're having this issue all over the country too, by the way. This isn't just me pontificating. There are several city girl mayors out here all over the country. Some other channels on YouTube have covered them extensively, but it's not looking good for women in position of leadership, black women in particular, unfortunately.
And I do appreciate the
I'm not
characterization.
going to emasculate a black man, but I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not. Just telling you.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not.
He did not. Is that black vernacular too? I'm not going to emasculate a black man. They always talk about emasculating somebody or, you know, like this lawyer was, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I'm not going to emasculate.
To emasculate a black man. Did you understand that?
A black man.
Well, I don't think.
So what do we garner from this? She's a feminist, obviously. She can take care of herself. But
Don't need no
also she
man.
wants you to remember that she is a black woman and she is not going to emasculate a black man. Even though she routinely does it all throughout the thing, of course, by saying that she could have had any other man and this was just one of many options. As I said, VH1, do not miss this opportunity. I think my favorite part in this entire hearing is when she just sort of comes right out and admits she's pretty stupid as a defense, because obviously they are concerned about these payments that she made, $650,000 plus to Wade. They want to know, like, what are you guys doing around the world? What about these trips? How many continents have you been on? It's a very basic question. How many continents have the two of you been on together? And my goodness, you guys, here is how she responds.
You also said that he was a world traveler and had been on many of the continents.
I've been to 6.
Have you been on any of those continents with him? Besides this one?
Where's Belize? What continent is that? I'm not being funny. I don't know.
Let's say with the
It's in Central America. Central America is connected to North America.
To the Bahamas with him. I've been with Aruba with him. Don't embarrass me. I'm not sure what continents those are on. Whatever continents those are, that's where I've been. I'm sure if I gave it some thought, I would tell you. But whatever continents those are, that I've been to those locations, sir.
You actually went there. Why do you not know?
but not Australia or any other continents.
I don't even want to go to Australia. I do know he took a trip in December to Australia. I have no idea, I don't know anything about that trip.
Sound like Wade is a regular passport, bro. He's been to 6 continents. He's like, I'm getting up out of here. I got to get away from Atlanta every once in a while. Go and see the world. See what other district attorneys is available around the world. You know what I'm saying? District attorney of Dominican Republic. Yes, I had to check up on some affairs of hers. And, of course, in Belize,
Look, I'm on her side. Don't ask these questions. You trying to embarrass me? You trying to ask me what continent I've been to? Like, okay, I don't know. I don't know where Belize is. And for no reason, let's just take a shot at the Aussies, right? I don't want to go to Australia. Nope. I don't want to go to Australia. You are out of line here trying to ask me to name continents. I do not have that level of intelligence, and it's very clear what you're trying to do. I would argue what that man was doing right there was racist. Yeah. Why would we have to know where the continents were? I'm a DA down here in Fulton County. I don't have to know anything. Okay? We keep it legit. We keep it $1.20 down here in Fulton.
$1.20? Hold up, Candace. The proper saying is to keep it $1. I've never heard of $1.20. Keep it $1.20.
Here in Fulton County, I don't have to know anything. Okay? We keep it legit. We keep it $1.20 down here in Fulton. She's also so legally equipped to be the district attorney of Fulton County that she then appears to implicate herself in a crime. She is describing, they're asking her at least, like, where are you getting all of this cash that you claim to keep on hand? Where is it coming from? Listen to her answer.
So my question was, where did that cash originally come from, if it didn't come out of the bank?
Cash is fungible. I've had cash for years in my house. So for me to tell you the source of when it comes from, when you go to Publix and you buy something, you get $50, you throw it in there. It's been my whole life. When I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that.
Yep. Yeah, she doesn't know where the money's come from. She doesn't know where the money's going. She can't count her money, but definitely I'm sure that Fulton County, when it comes to counting votes, everything is above bar. I mean, this is supposed to be the smartest woman in the county. She's a district attorney. And so, yeah, totally trust the process down there. No corruption when it comes to the votes. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are not worthy. We deserve more of this. We need to see more of these people testifying on the stand regarding their misconduct. And really what I want you to take away from this is that this was so ghetto, it was so fabulous in all the wrong ways that even MSNBC, who specializes in fake news, had to admit that, this case is over. Take a listen.
This has been a bombshell, and it was a slow burn. But if you parse the language, huge issues here. And I want to be really clear: this is not about a relationship between two consenting adults. This has nothing to do with that. It's about lying to the court. It's about potential financial gain on the part of Fani Willis. And not even so much. That's a second. That takes the back seat here. The issue is that her credibility is shot. Just as Anthony was saying, if she lied to the court, she submitted something to the court that she knew was false and inaccurate, what else was she lying about? It's a horrible look for her. I think this case is dead in the water.
Yep, the case is dead in the water, and the media wants it to stop because obviously it very much implies that the Donald Trump case is dead in the water and that Fulton County is in fact corrupt and that every single person that counted the votes that night should be on the stand when they had their magical leak. And then we saw footage coming out of Fulton County that looked tremendously suspect. What went down in Fulton County? Because if this woman had anything to do with it, I'll guarantee you it was corrupt. And also, don't just free Trump. Free all the black men in Fulton County that have ever been indicted by Fani Willis. That's all I have to say about that.
So that was funny. Bringing some facts and some levity, you know what I mean? Like, but she brings up some good points. Like, Fani was definitely acting out of character for someone who is an elected official, someone who is in a position of authority. If in fact she is found to be this sloppy, to have her relationship bring forth this much drama and this much attention, is there possibly some other things that she's lacking in? I would say yes. And that is kind of the core of this thing. Like the lady from MSNBC said, it's not necessarily just about the relationship, but her credibility is shot. How could she then go forth and bring other RICO cases, man? I would have them start looking into other things. I think Judge Joe Brown talked about the fact that the IRS could potentially get involved because of all this cash exchanging hands, all this cash moving around that she had going on. And, you know, Nathan Wade's testimony and her testimony back to back kind of says, please investigate me further. And that is a problem. That's a problem for the people of Fulton County. They should take up at the ballot box, obviously. This is the case that didn't have to be. You didn't have to embarrass yourself in this way, but it you know, hey, you can't tell some people nothing, man. They got to learn the hard way. But either way, Candace Owens, like I said, we cross paths every 6 months or so and we agree on something. Anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. This is Faucette Media.